The golden plains of the American West stretch endlessly under a vast blue sky where the wind whispers through the tall prairie grass like the voices of ancestors long gone. This is the land of the Lakota, a people as boundless and untamed as the landscape itself. And in the heart of this land, a legend was born, a warrior whose name would echo through history, Crazy Horse. His story begins in the shadow of the sacred Black Hills, known to the Lakota as Paha Sapa, the heart of everything that is. Born around 1840, he was given the name Tasunke Witko, his horse is crazy, for the wild spirit he showed even as a boy. From his earliest days he was taught the ways of his people, to hunt the buffalo, to track the land like a wolf, and to fight with the courage of those who came before him. But the world around him was changing. The white settlers with their endless wagon trains and iron roads were carving their way westward, leaving broken treaties and bloodshed in their wake. By the time Crazy Horse reached manhood, the Lakota way of life was under siege. The U.S. government, hungry for land and gold, had already forced many tribes onto reservations, barren patches of earth where the people withered like cut grass. But Crazy Horse refused to bend. He had seen the promises of the white men crumble too many times. He remembered the massacre at Sand Creek, where Cheyenne women and children were slaughtered by U.S. soldiers. He knew the only language the invaders understood was strength. Then came the winter of 1876, when the U.S. Army, led by the arrogant General George Custer, marched into the Black Hills, land guaranteed to the Lakota by treaty. Custer's mission was clear: crush the hostiles and clear the way for settlers. But Crazy Horse and his ally Sitting Bull had other plans. On the morning of June 25, 1876, along the banks of the Little Bighorn River, Custer made his fatal mistake. Confident in his superior firepower, he split his forces and charged directly into the Lakota and Cheyenne encampment. What happened next would become one of the most infamous battles in American history. Crazy Horse, mounted on his war pony, led a devastating counterattack. Warriors later spoke of how he seemed to ride untouched through the hail of bullets, his body painted with sacred symbols for protection. The Lakota and Cheyenne warriors, fighting not just for victory but for survival, overwhelmed Custer's men. Within hours, Custer and every last soldier of his battalion lay dead. The news shocked the nation. How could a savage defeat the mighty U.S. Army? But triumph at Little Bighorn came at a cost. The U.S. government, humiliated, redoubled its efforts to destroy the free Lakota. Over the next year, Crazy Horse and his band were hunted like animals. They endured freezing winters, starvation, and relentless pursuit. One by one his allies surrendered, their spirits broken by the impossibility of their fight. Yet Crazy Horse refused. He would not live on a reservation. He would not sign away his people's birthright. Then, in September 1877, the unthinkable happened. Lured to Fort Robinson under a flag of truce, Crazy Horse was betrayed. As he realized the truth, that he was to be imprisoned, he drew his knife. Some say it was an act of defiance, others a final attempt to die as he had lived, free. A soldier's bayonet found his back, and the great warrior fell. His last words, whispered in Lakota, were said to be, "Tell the people, I will come again." Today his face is carved into the granite of the Black Hills, an unfinished monument to a man who could never be conquered. The mountain stands as a silent challenge to history. Who was the real savage? The warrior defending his home, or the empire that sought to erase him? Crazy Horse's legacy is not just in the battles he fought, but in the fire he ignited, a reminder that some spirits are too wild to ever be tamed. This is the history they don't teach in school. If you believe these stories deserve to be told, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an untold chapter of history. Who should we cover next? Let us know in the comments below.